Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CBC Colouring Book Club. Thank you for being here today. This is part 2 of Raen's Halloween colouring download page off her Facebook group. So it's a freebie for those that are in her group, and the description are in the links are in the description below. All right, so I did do some more offline, and we shall continue. Now for the shoes, I'm using Tuscan Red 937, all Prismacolor pencils, Indigo Blue 901, Light Umber 941, Sky Blue Light 1086, Eggshell 140, 20% French Grey 1069, and for the shoelaces I'm using 50% French Grey 1072. Hi Lisa, how are you? Good, thank you for being here, girl. Okay, so start off with the Tuscan Red. Now I should have sharpened these before. I'm just laughing at Wesley. He's playing in his tunnel. He loves that tunnel. Now I can zoom in too. Hey B, thanks for being here, darling. I hope that light's okay, or is it a bit too washy? Hang on. I don't know if that's too dark. Let me know. All right, Tuscan Red. Well, I'm pretty convinced that Wesley has Bengal in him. That's what Shadow is. Shadow's Bengal, I think. Belinda. I've had a few people say that now, and it's like, well, okay, maybe he has got Bengal in him. A lady that moved in a couple of doors up saw him and said, oh, he's got some Bengal in him. The colour of his eyes as well, they're really green. And the patterns on him. So, yeah, there's quite a few people that seem to think he has Bengal in him. So, maybe that's the case. He looks at... a little bit of eggshell. And just a little bit of sky blue light in here as well, over the top of the eggshell. Back to the Tuscan Red. Oh, he's so funny. He's having fun over there. So I hope everyone's having a good week. Oh, he was in a mood last night. He was in a mood first thing this morning too. Back to the eggshell. Just blend this Tuscan red out a little bit. I'm probably going to fall asleep, guys. Oh, 10 o'clock. Been up since 3:30 this morning for work. Got to get back up. Oh, goodness me. Oh, well, I hope you fall asleep while you're watching, Lisa, but thank you for being here. He is a very handsome kitty. Got my blonde hair looking more like Billy Idol now. Okay, I'm going to use some, I better sharpen that up. So some sky blue light for the tongue of her shoe. And I stand corrected too, because last time I said this was sand. It's not sand, it's eggshell. So I wrote all the colours down. So sky blue light, now some indigo. Trying to keep it the way I did the other shoe. Remember which colours I used. So I've got a bit of a reference here from the other shoe. Just a little bit of eggshell in there. I might put just a little bit of, hang on, wrong one. A little bit of 20% French grey. Now French grey on her sole of the shoe. Some eggshell. So last night I started to put a collage together to upload my completed pages update, which goes from, the last one I did was 20th of December last year or something like that. And I think it was something like that. It's been a long time. This year's been crazy. So I'm in the process of doing that. I'm going to create a new intro video to go with it as well. Just looking for some music somewhere. Found some good ones, but you have to sign up or pay for them. I found one good site called Yummy. Had some really good music on there, but it's one-off lifetime subscription or whatever. But it's $299. You know no, that's not happening. I'm not paying that. I said you can contact them if you just want one song, and I don't know, they'll arrange something. I suppose I could do that, but of course I'm a want it now kind of girl. So I'll find something There's some nice music out there. I'd like to have something different. Now I'm going to use just a little bit of, I think it's dark brown 947. I'll just check. Yep, dark brown 947. I love it. Yeah, I'm a bit like you, B. Love what? I miss. I missed it. See, 5 minutes ago, I don't even remember what I said. You love your hair? Back to the eggshell. Just blend in that dark brown. Yes, my pencils are small. Yes, I do have pencil extenders. But hey, I can still hold it. Right, back to the indigo. God, we had fun the other night. Our happy hour starts at 4 o'clock, and of course, some of the other people are a bit older, and a couple of hours, and they tend to sort of, pike it. So we continued. We went to Maryland's. There's my two neighbours across the road who, are really good friends now. Wendy and Lynn. And Marilyn gets into it as well, so we went to her place and continued. And had a little table out on her alfresco area and chatting away. And Wendy knocked her glass, so I went to rescue her glass, knocked my glass over, knocked my champagne over, went all over her little pup Bailey. He was wet with champagne. All over the veranda. So we're killing ourselves laughing. We had fun, I tell you what. It's been hilarious. So just a bit of sky blue light here. So it's been so funny. Yeah, so the poor dog. Anyway, Lynn was pretty smashed. She ended up going home. Had a bit of a hangover yesterday. So I went and got her some hangover food, some fish and chips. And she said, oh, my God. I sent her a message. I said, would you like some hangover food, some fish and chips? She says, oh, my God, you really do read my mind. So I went and got her some fish and chips. And it's just funny. But, yeah, Friday night, it's like, you've got to wash him because she said he stinks. I said, because he stinks. He's covered in champagne, the poor little bugger. And she goes, oh, I'll do him tomorrow when I come home. I said, no, you can't leave him like that. He's sticky and smells and he's cold and like. So we quickly put some water in the sink, and because they're big sinks, and washed him in there and got the hairdryer out and the towel and massaged him and dried him up, and the poor little bugger. She's taken a photo. But I said, now, like she'll go to bed. She was getting up early in the morning, and it's like wrap him up, in a blanket or something in bed and just get him warm, because he was a little bit cool. So yeah, but the hairdryer and everything, we dried him as 90%, 95% dry. But she just needed to, keep him warm, and he'll be fine, because it was getting about 9:30 at night or something, so it was a late time. But he had to be bathed because the poor little bugger was drenched. But yeah, it was a fun night, I got to tell you. Get up to no good. Alrighty. Now I'm going to do 50% French grey 1072 for the shoelaces. And I'm leaving the piping on the shoes white. I've been looking forward to sometime, looking forward to streaming and just colouring. Get this done. Move on to the next one. Waiting for my other 2 Forest Girl books to turn up still. They shouldn't be too far away. Just spotted a tiny bit of the tongue there. Bit of blue. But oh yeah, the fun and games at the beginning, people whinging and oh goodness me. There's talk of them having a gym until the other section is ready, which will be a long time away, and moving the gym over to the other one because that's more the wellness half. And it's like, no, we want the gym here. So we have to go up and put our names down opposing it. And it's like, oh God. 20% French grey, I think. Yeah, taxi. Hey, Sherry. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, that's pretty. Thank you. So just lightly blending in both the French grey. Not sure what I'll do with the background yet. I might just use Distress ink. And then I was having a smoke before I started, and I thought maybe I can do some mushrooms or something down the bottom, just around down here, instead of having a blank background. But in saying that, I'd like to do that, but I've got other stuff I want to colour. I might start in Symphony of Cute Animals. I rang up the guy to get the shelving done. Can we get this quote done? He said, pretty full on. There's a few openings, but not till next year. And then he said, May. And I went, no, forget it. Hey, Abby. That just broke. My daughter lost one of her beloved dogs last night. They're all oh, no, it's sad. Oh, I'm so sorry to see that. Condolences to your daughter and everyone. Oh, that's sad. Oh. Just putting a bit of definition into the shoelace. A little bit of shadow. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Really sad. I can't remember what I was saying before. Couldn't have been important. Oh, what I was going to colour next. Oh, and doing mushrooms maybe or something down the bottom. Now, just a little bit of white. Just blend those colours in a bit, smooth them out so they're nice and tight. And the lady that lives up from me that's colouring, she's in hospital at the moment, unfortunately. Got another lady across up the road, Roz. She said on happy hour, she said, I've got my pencils and books out, colouring book out. She said, I just haven't managed to come over. So I went over to see, because I was colouring this a bit yesterday, and just went over to see if she wanted to come over for a while, but she had visitors coming, so. But it's so nice to have a few people, well, a couple of people so far that like to colour, so that's awesome. What is that mark there? I must have knocked it. Don't know what that is. I'll see if I can get rid of it. Get out my temperamental Posca. She's got a 3 month to handle, so hopefully that will keep her distracted. Yep. Baby's already a foot long and 16 pounds. Oh, that's your granddaughter. Yeah, I'd like just a little bit more colour into that. I think that looks similar. Just comparing. Pretty much. Alrighty. Get rid of those. Onto the pumpkin. Now, for the pumpkin, I have brown ochre 943, yellow ochre 942, pumpkin orange 1032, jasmine 1012, mineral orange 1033, and chestnut 1081. Now, maybe a bit of dark brown 947 too. 947 also as well. Not 2, 947 too. Thank you, Abby. I've had fun colouring her, actually. For someone who never liked doing skin and people and things, you can always surprise yourself. You just never know. So start off with some yellow ochre 942. And I started to do the shadow, but I thought the pumpkin's pretty big, so I did it yesterday. Looks a bit. It's got more variation in the colours off screen than it has on screen. So it's got a very, very light coat of jasmine. So this is the second coat, really. Second layer. I bought a punnet. It's got cat grass, catnip, catmint in it, and as soon as I put it down, Wesley was onto the grass. So he's been enjoying that. So I'm so glad I got it for him. I feel awful not having any greenery here for him. Grass, that is, because got to be careful. Some plants are toxic. But yeah, he's loving the grass, and I'm going to get him some more and put it in a pot for him. So he's got that as well. I have to go back and get some potting mix from our Bunnings. Now, I'm not worried about which direction I do this because it's going to be covered up. It's just the second layer. And then I'm going to use it was the chestnut I think I was using. Her face is so pretty. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Heather, I know a great teacher that nails skin tones. Who would that be? B. So have you and your lady been up to any mischief you want to admit to? Yes, I admitted it just before, Sherry, you came on. We had happy hour the other day, and Wendy tipped her glass, so I went to rescue it, tipped mine up in the process, soaked the dog in champagne, had to wash him. So yeah, you missed all that, but that's a recap. You're quite welcome to watch it back. So yes, we got up to no good. Had a lot of fun. So I'm just going darker where the creases are on the pumpkin, and then just blending out a bit and doing all the shadow areas at the moment. Just blend that out a little bit. So I'm going reasonably heavy here. Not enough that I can't get a couple more colours on there. I want to define between her shoe as well. Just blend that out, lighten off as I go. Oh, barely on the screen, but hey, I was on the screen. Under a shoe. Under her hands. Alright, now I'm going to use a little bit of dark brown, not going too heavy. I'm going to turn that around because I really want to get that fine line there. I'm going a bit heavier here because I wanted to find between her shoe so it's not just a blob. Now for some pumpkin orange. So I probably should have used brown ochre first too, to a good dark colour for a pumpkin. So I'll switch to the brown ochre. Hello, Lulu. Hang on, never heard of her. Hey. Laugh out loud. You got it, Belinda. Hello, my friend. Oh, my lovely. Thanks for saying hi on Friday, Heather. Appreciate having you there. Oh, God, love you. Yeah, I do. I don't usually participate in chat. I just stay in the background, mind my own business. But while I'm usually doing housework on Fridays, I like to get the housework done on Fridays. So I'm running around. But no, I thought I'd come in and say hello for a change. So I'm using the pumpkin orange in the shadows. I'm going a bit heavier and then lightening off. I'm quite. Yeah, I am on screen. Panic mode. A few darker areas just for some variation. Same as down here, but you can't really tell that much on screen. Looks pretty plain, to be honest, on screen. But yeah, just some darker areas. Just give it some bit of pop here and there. Thank you, Lulu. Heather, I have to scoot into lurk mode for a bit, but right back. No worries, Sherry. I was on top shelf. Thank you, Lulu. Yeah, make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. At least I figured out how to schedule properly now, unless they've adjusted it, because, geez, I had trouble when they updated it, YouTube, but it seems to be easier now, so I don't know if they fixed something or it just seems to be better, easier. Oh, he's playing with his ball, hang on. He's been scooting around on my big mat over there. You should hear him when I go out. It's terrible. You can hear him up the street. It's like the cat's crying. It's like, I know. I can't be home 24/7 for him, but God love him. I feel so awful when I have to go out. Poor little thing. Wow. Up the stars. Oh, stop. He's like a dog when I get home. He gets excited. He's so funny. But and then of course, I don't know. Last Wednesday was it? I was sitting here at the table, and next minute, he's on the wrong side of that bloody cat net again. Oh God, he's a little horror. So I thought I have to do something about this. So the stuff that I had for my art display, that black stuff, I got the strips of that. I thought, I know what I'll use. So I got all the strips of that. I pulled all the bark away, what there is of it, away from the house, and I put the strips, because they're probably about, I don't know, anyway, yep, probably about that wide. So I pulled it all away and put the strips there, and I had some tent pegs and put them in for a bit of support, pushed all the bark back, and he can still get under the back corner where the drain is, but it has really deterred him quite a bit now. So he goes under the house, but he can't dig on the other side now, and hopefully doesn't dig at the front. and he hasn't attempted that again, fingers crossed. So at the moment, yeah, a lot more relaxed because it seems to have stopped him. Fingers crossed, but who knows with him. How's Kitty? Yep, he's doing good. Little horror. Do you guys have to go home and wash your hair after having it cut and coloured? No. Hey Elizabeth, thank you for being here. No worries, Sherry, you're back. Lulu, I think it's just me. Don't feel right till I washed it myself. Aren't you supposed to technically leave it for 24 hours after it's been coloured? Let the colour sort of settle a bit, so to speak. I could be wrong with that, but I thought you had to sort of leave it. I mean, I don't wash it because it's been, they washed and coloured it and let the colour, like I said, sort of settle a little bit into your hair, let the hair soak it in still, sort of thing. But, if you feel the need to wash it, wash it. It's nice when it's first done. I need mine done again. I got it done, but just before I moved, and all the grey is coming through already, and it's like, oh God. I hate getting old. It's horrible. So I'm using mineral orange at the moment, 1033. I'm liking the top colour at the moment. It's different, a bit different to the rest at the moment. I like the colour of it. So now I'm using jasmine, starting to fill the paper in a bit. And now I'll start swapping. So back to pumpkin orange. Here it comes. Here it is. Monster. Just passing through. I thought you had a nightmare, not with blonde. Yep, waking nightmare, that's me. It ain't for sissies. What, not for blonde? So what, you're saying you wash it if it's blonde? Don't you just love it when you get lost in chat? And of course, if anyone leaves, I bet you bottom dollar the majority go back and scroll back through chat to see what's been happening. I got blonde. I'm looking like Billy Idol from the 80s, baby. Let's hear your rebel yell, girl. I'll use the mineral orange. Blend out from that pumpkin orange. A bit more pumpkin orange just there. Just as a highlight. Oh, he's claimed that Papa son. He loves it. He sleeps on there like he's King Dick. Hey. What are you doing? Yeah, speaking of the Papa son, he was just, he's playing, but digging the claws in a bit. Got to watch it first thing in the morning if I hang my toes out of that bed. But he's so funny because the cat stand is right outside my bedroom. I thought he'd like it there. And he hears me stir in the morning, and I hear he starts talking, and then I look and he's on the cat stand and he's got his head poking around the corner. It's like, Mum's awake. I actually really love it, much better than grey. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mona. Thank you for being here. No worries, Sherry. Abby. Be right back this time, not Sherry. Abby. No worries, Abby. Alright, just filling in a bit here, the white. Any white I can see. I like to use my finger every now and again just so you can't see the waxy pencil marks. I'm just going to use some pumpkin orange. You can see that shadow, it's a bit of a line. I always try and smooth the shadow out. Some, shadows have a proper line, but I like to blend it out a little bit. Just a bit more chestnut in here. All right, that'll do for the pumpkin. Got the lady a few doors up. Oh, she brought him up a fish. I'll leave that off because it drove me nuts. Because it's censored and it goes off when you touch it, and yeah, drove me nuts. So I'll leave that off pretty much. But she brought in this other toy as well. It's a little dome with a mouse, and it's got ribbon hanging off it, and it's got a tail that flicks out and everything. And he's playing with that at the moment, and it squeaks. But he grabbed when she brought it up. I didn't have any. I only had one AA battery, so I have to get more batteries. But he was lying on his back beside it, having a bit of a roll, smooching up to it a little bit, picking it up by the ribbon and pretty much nearly carrying it around. It's so funny. And it's a decent size, but at the moment he got the mouse out of it, and I thought, you're gonna break that in a minute, but he didn't. So I'll get it later. He's playing with it at the moment, and he lies on his. He's so funny. He lies on his back. He's like a dog sometimes. He's funny. Oh, I just missed a bit there. Hang on. I need to go right up to her pants. Tidy that up. That'll do. Okay. Now, I need to do her actually, I started to do the mouth just before I started streaming to get that started. I think they'll keep my girls are vocal like that. It's so lovely. Yeah, I love it when they croon. I've only ever had red highlights put in my hair, and that was only once because it's a dark brown, so dark that when the sun hits, some people think it's black, like a crow's wing. That'd be pretty, Elizabeth. Definitely sounds like Bengal. Oh, he's he's quite vocal and croons a lot. And he's a water baby, loves the water. if I go to the loo in the powder room, as they call them, he hears me in there and he comes jumping up and he's under the water. Or if I turn it on and your hands are halfway, he jumps up straight underneath the tap, gets his paw, of course, water goes everywhere. And I try not to let him do that because I don't want it all over my nice new balls. So, yeah, stop saying Deco or Deco Yellow, whichever you prefer, 1011. And I'll see about using okay, which one will I use? Yeah, maybe this one. It's nice and bright. We'll see. That could change. I've got a yellowed orange here, 1002. So we'll see if I use it or not. But at the moment, Deco Yellow. Take your pick. Not fast. I was helping Jan sort her pencil out into their colours, and she was saying ochre, but I say ochre. As far as I know, it's always been ochre. So people pronounce things differently. I love getting towards the end of a picture and it's like, what next? So after streaming today, I will be finding some music for my new intro. Sap Green Light 120. Just a bit of colour here and there. I'm finding this isn't laying down really nice. Using the deco. I'm really conscious of that now. It blends it in. I think the reason it's so dark is because in my family background I have Native American. Oh, nice black hair. Sound lovely. It was I grew up with blonde, light brown hair, pretty blue eyes. Definitely from English ancestors. So I'm just putting a bit of green in here and there, not much. Just a little tinge here and there. Because it's not laying down really well. Just blending in with the deco decor. I just forgot the R on the end. Just a bit here and there. All right. Do you want to go out, little man? Hang on a sec. Oh. Jeez, who needs it? Yeah, so this is his new toy that Jan brought for him. I have to get him something for Christmas. I said, no. he's got enough toys, and she's already given him the fish. She brought up some food that her cat wouldn't eat, but it's got a cute little mouse in it, and he's pulling on the ribbon, lifting it up, and just about carrying it around. And then the tail flicks out if I turn it on, but I don't think it works that well, to be honest. Anyway, she brought this for him, so yeah, not spoiled my cat. He's got enough toys. He's got plenty of toys. But he loves that tunnel. Absolutely loves it. Skids across the floor in it. Likes to jump out at you as you go walking past. It's one of the best things I bought him, actually. He absolutely loves it. Oh, and of course he thinks I bought the Papa San for him. Don't think he's that wrapped with me when I sit in it myself. I pull it out away from over the side wall and put it in the middle of the room and watch a movie once in a blue moon. And yeah, I don't think he likes it that much. It's like, get off my chair. Alright, so sap green light. And I haven't used the other orange yet. I might not. I might just leave it as the greens. It does not lay down very nice at all, actually. I might use just a little bit. This is yellowed orange, 1002. Dark brown hair with blue eyes. Pretty Elizabeth. He is a spoiled kitty. Yep. Yeah, he likes it too. Oh, that's good. Spaz was totally spoiled. Going to lurk and off fixing dinner. No worries, Abby. Are you going to that carnival thing? All three dogs of mine are spoiled. Yeah, we love to spoil our animals. But gonna say to Jan, you've got a cat at home. Spoil her. Her cat's Grumpy Cat. We went shopping the other week and she spotted something. She goes, "Oh, there's your cat." And then later on, she went into the shop and I was waiting outside and they had a stand with cards on it. There was a cat on it with a grumpy look on his face. He had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And she come out and I said, "Yeah, you spotted my cat." And I said, "This one's yours." And she goes, "Oh, it's spot on." Had that real scowl sort of look on his face. I was like, "Yes, that's Nuggles." Same, similar sort of colour and everything. Try and blend that green in a bit. It's a bit yucky for some reason, especially down here in the corner. So grab the cream 914. Just do this centre bit in here. Get rid of any white on the paper as well. I Tell you what, it's very time consuming. Like if you do an upload or something like that, well, I do them. I'm starting to create my new intro, but the program, so much fun. The NCH programs, Video Pad, and a couple of others, Photo Stage. I tell you, there's so much. They are so much fun. And for 6 months, you can get like free updates, and then after that, it won't update anymore. And I've paid for it a few times now, and it's like, oh. But then they had a new feature, was fairy dust or something, and I thought, oh, yep, I want that. I want to check that out. So I ended up renewing it. It was about $30 Australian, but yeah, I haven't tested it out yet. I'm still doing my intro. Oh God, get off there, will you, Wesley? He's on the rail outside on the alfresco, and I hope he doesn't do what he did Friday, because I was talking to Kerry, my neighbour across the road, and she come over. We're talking about backyards and things, so I gave her a tour, and because we've got different kinds of houses, and this one's the Sturt. So she come over and we had a look and talking about backyards, and he jumped up on the rail and he walked along, come in front of me, and then he decided to go on the handrail, which is like at an angle of about probably 50 degrees or something. He was like a skateboarder down the handrail. And did he land on his feet? No. The poor little bugger. I went, and Wesley picked him up. You all right, mate? He said, they're supposed to land on their feet. And I said, yeah, not this one. He's a klutz. It was funny, but I didn't laugh at the time. It was like, oh, you poor little bugger. But it's just like a skateboarder going down handrails. Oh, no. Sorry about the table, guys. Nothing I can do about the wonkiness. Animals deserve due sport. We're lucky to have them. Yeah. Heather, haven't gone yet. Went to the craft fair this afternoon, warming up. Question, what's a good price for the full set of Prismacolor pencils when they're on sale? Well, it depends where you are. Elizabeth, you're in USA or Australia? God, if I ever do anything like that, I research like crazy, trying to find the best price. But let us know where you are, and someone in here can help you out. My neighbour up the road, because we're talking about pencils, and I enabled her big time, God love her, but she bought a set of Prismas and a set of Colour Soft, and her daughter sent her another set of Colour Soft, and it's like, oh my God, like, so she really needs to learn to use them now. It's not good pencils like that. And she is a complete beginner. Heavy-handed, and yeah, she's got and I said those Colour Soft are very soft leads. They will break, so she's practicing, and she did the apple with me and did a good job, and she continued to colour I did the apple with her. She did a pretty good job, actually. And then she coloured in a few other things and everything, but she needs I suppose you could say supervision and just help her to, lighten off her hand and when to apply shading, and we all start somewhere. But yeah, the only way I can explain her is like she's very, very, very basic colorist. So she'll learn, she'll learn heaps, same as we all do. I put Chris Chang on for a bit when she was here when we were colouring, and just to show her how to apply different colours, instead of, like I say to everyone, instead of having the tree trunk just brown, put some greys in there and a bit of green in there and a bit of, some colour in there. and shading and things. And she said, I can't watch that. It's like she's got two hands. She was seeing double because Chris colours pretty quick, but yeah, she couldn't watch it. She was seeing double. So unless I slow it down for her or something, she wasn't real keen on watching that. Maybe just a bit of orange up here, just for a bit of colour. Worst thing when you experiment like this is you don't want to muck it up either. Especially when the rest of it looks pretty good, because I'm happy with this. And just a little bit down on the mouth, maybe. You're in the USA, okay, about 90, I think. Oh, God, I wish. Sometimes the lesser priced ones are seconds in disguise. I think Amazon has them for 78. I'm suspicious of that price, to be honest. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here. Welcome on board. Everyone, please say hello to Kim and make her feel welcome. Prismacolor are 77 on Amazon right now. Is that for the 150 set, Kim? Thanks, Sherry. The reason I asked was a few weeks ago I saw them like $80 on Amazon. Wasn't sure if that was a good price or even if that was the real thing. Okay, there you go, Elizabeth. I hope that's some help for you. If Abby's not, or she's getting dinner, but or even B because she's in Australia. But you know, you're quite welcome to put links in if you want. Kimmy's been really busy with family and stuff, so she hasn't been here for a while. Missing you, girl. Alrighty. This one looks a bit patchy here. Now that I'm looking at it, I might just sharpen the chestnut up. Needs a bit, instead of just being a line, you need a bit of that'd be right. Sometimes it's good you can use a lighter pencil and if you go over the line you can blend it out a bit. Other than that, just you can really shape it a bit. Just make sure you get the sharp edge of the pencil, otherwise it'll just keep coming out. I'll end up fatter and fatter and fatter, which is what used to always happen with my tree trunks. I'll make sure the white is clean. Just tidy that up a bit, and that will do. Tiny bit rough there, but we won't tell anyone. Now I need maybe some light umber, grey, cream. Get rid of those. I have to do her top and her wings, so we get nearly there, getting there. Right, I'm going to put these on, put it on its side because that's the way I do it. Comfortable. Are they fake Prismacolor? I don't think so. I don't think they're fake. They just had the box with the poppies on it, and then they changed it to the butterfly. And the butterfly box was cheaper for some reason. And they look exactly the same. I haven't even used them yet. I've got them stashed. Typical stationery hoarder, but they look just the same. I think what I'll do then is keep saving and then go to the Prismacolor website and see sellers has the best price. That way I know I'll be getting the real thing. Oh, Elizabeth, you'll probably be paying for them doing that if you go to their site. Elizabeth, I don't think you need to worry. I really doubt there are fake ones. No, I don't think so. I think they look the same. You can get a good deal for them on Amazon. I just would recommend reading reviews and stuff from the seller. Yep. Now, this one is 20% French grey. And I'm using 50% French grey. And some light umber. Now, I don't want the umber to be too dark because it's starting to blend in underneath. So what I could do is, that's indigo blue. I don't really want that one. Gently put some black in there. Come here, pencil. And a bit of pumpkin orange and just blend that back out a bit. But I'll pretty much put the paper to its limit. So back to 20% French grey. 50% French grey. Now I'm going to use some cream. And I can lighten that back up as well. It's just a little bit of light umber just to blend that out a little bit. I might even throw in some, just lightly, bit of deco yellow. I'm just going to use some black just to define it a little bit. So a lot of tidying up as I go. Whoops. Tidy that up. Actually, 50% French grey is doing a pretty good job. And some deco yellow, just lightly for a bit of colour. Bit of cream. Okay. You can get a good deal for them on Amazon. Yep, they should be fine. Elizabeth does 75. Okay. Okay, thanks, because they're my favourite colour pencils. Yeah, I love the old Prismas. And I've always gotten a real item. Bought 3 sets last year. Yep. I paid $35 for mine, but Blix made a mistake and honoured that price. They're supposed to legally, really. You'll need to remove the spaces for the link to work. I heard a few people had that, Abby. Lucky. Yeah, I reckon. I need to buy a lottery ticket. 50 cents a pencil is pretty good. Cheapest set for me was over 65. Yep. Thanks, B. It was Belinda. Lucky he honoured it. It was a good deal. Yeah, I've been into shops before and they've got the price on it, and it's like, well, that's the price that's on it. I didn't stick that, change the price. That's what's on it. No, we can't do. Well, legally, you're supposed to. If that's the price that's on it, then that's what it should be. No, and it's like, yeah, well, you know what? You could stick it. See ya. Like you're supposed to legally. And I would imagine it would be the same over in USA. If that's the price on it, well, not our fault you put the wrong price on it. And of course they know they get away with it, because who can be bothered going to consumer affairs and dobbing them in? But there are people out there that will do it, and it's like, well, hang on a minute. 50% French grey I'm mainly using. And the Deco Yellow. Cream. Just a bit of light umber in that one, because it's on top. Light umber on the top one. I think I better sharpen this. It's getting rather round. Interesting. Oh, Wendy's ringing me. Hang on. I'll just let her know I'm streaming at the moment. Sorry, guys. Hang on. So, guys. I don't know why she's ringing. She's only across the road. 50 metres, not even 50 metres away. 20 metres away. I'm waiting for my dragons from Black Widow. Ooh. You'll have to let us know what they're like, Matt. Yeah, they haven't hit Amazon yet. Sigh. They'll get there. Yeah, here they have to honour the first product at the lower price, but any others at correct price. Oops, Faithful did the link. No, they haven't, Sherry, but believe they made it through customs. Amazon price float's really bad. So the Prism last week, 122. Yeah, you got to wait. And Christmas is coming up soon too. So will they have a Black Friday sale? They're ones to, watch out for. And if you're a Prime member, then, free delivery and stuff. So there's, bargains to be had. I've just got to go and offload a bit of coffee, guys. I'll be back in a second. I love her hair, actually. It looks good on screen. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. The guy, the shelving, May next year, and it's like, no. Anyway, while our on-site manager gave me another phone number, and I just waited because they can't come till we're now out of COVID, and they can come into your house and everything. So I rang him, and he said, "Yep, I've got 3 to do down there, so I should be there next week." I was like, "Cool." So hopefully it won't be too expensive, and I can get that done, and I can get all my books and art supplies and get these boxes out of here. And now the cat wants to come in. It's never in. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Don't do that. Oh, horror. Come on, quick. What have you done with it? There it is. That bell ball falls for it almost every time. Don't you love the foundations? They shake. Sorry about that, guys. Steady table, steady, steady. All right. Just in the group. I'm looking forward to the Starjoy Gold Edition Laurie Green's curated. I have no idea what that is, Kim. Yeah, what are those? I talked to Amazon last night, and Prime Day is less than 3 weeks. Okay, and the agent said there will be some true sales, unlike last year. Okay. I hope they are better than the regular ones. I got tired of mine breaking all the time and got rid of them. Oh, Sherry! Hopefully they do, because I was saving up for a new phone, but my mum surprised me with one. Now I use that money for something else. Oh, that's nice, Elizabeth. Nice surprise. Yeah, last year was disappointing. Okay. Yeah, hopefully, I've already ordered Cute Symphony of Animals by Yugusa Kanoko, and I've got the 3 Forest Girl books coming. So, yes. Okay. Right, just going to darken this up a little bit. Get on screen, girl. Get on screen. So 50% French grey. White umber. Easy to mood. I might just gently put some black in there, just really gently darken it up. Oh, damn. Back to the 20% French grey. Smooth that shadow out a little bit. A little bit of light umber in there. Touch of black, but not too dark, just to give it some shadow in the corner. Blend it out with some French grey. Now a little bit of deco yellow. I can't stand not going up to the edge, the lines. If I see a bit of white there, just a personal thing. Just a little bit of black, just gently. And the little bit of black that I'm using, it just defines the eye a bit more, just gives it that bit more oomph. Makes him look a bit more ominous, yeah. Okay, on to the next one. I might touch it up just a little bit more off stream, but I won't be doing much to it. Just tidy it up maybe in a couple of spots. So as when you take the photo after the photo, it's like, oh, I could have fixed that bit up. Could you see bits and pieces that you could have just touched up a little bit. It happens to me nearly every time. Just a little bit of black. And then back to the French grey. So the French grey brings that black back a little bit if you do go a bit too dark or beyond the colour that you wanted. And just a little bit down in the corner as well. She might have rung the wrong person. Didn't mean to ring me at all. She's funny. You know how when you sharpen so unevenly that they fall out every time you sharpen to a good point? Yep, that's what was happening. I got nothing coming. Yeah, me either, but oh yes I have. I've got the 2 Forest Girls still to turn up. So true about last year's Amazon Black Friday sale. Oh well, hopefully they've got enough complaints and they'll lift their game. Larry Green and Colour My World was worked with the manufacturer of Starjoy 120 to create a set of pencils that are built for combining. She looked at 600 colours and picked trios to work together. Oh my goodness. There is a set somewhere that was huge. It was, I don't think it was 600 pencils. I can't remember. It was crazy. It was a lot of pencils. I did a few things, but nothing major. They come up with a unique numbering system based on colour families: red, orange, orange, and so on. No white because no Chinese white is opaque enough. I'll definitely try them, but I was just very disappointed in the first set, so I'm hoping for better this time. Yep. And you can always send them back and go, nah, these are duds. I use the Jolly Electric to do the initial sharpen and the cool handheld to clean up the tips. The original Star Joys were upgraded, but even those won't be made anymore. Well, bit of information for everyone. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. Welcome on board, girl. Sherry might be a sharpener. Yeah, and you can run your graphite through your sharpener, which will help to sharpen them up as well. And that's what I was doing. And I mean, some people, but I tell you what, when I saw that, I'll give it a try. And turning the sharpener instead of the pencil, which took a bit of brain training. And I still catch myself turning the pencil, but just those few turns really can, it works. But not everyone, thinks it works. If you don't want to use that method, then don't. But I found it was working. Right, a bit of light umber, just playing around. I've got the top to do and the wings. I'll do one wing, I think, and then I'll do the other one off screen. Get that done. And what will I colour next week? I don't know yet. I know I asked a few weeks ago as well, like suggestions for books, but to be honest with you, neither of them appealed to me. I'm not into the big googly-eyed, like Jasmine Beckett Griffith kind of googly-eyed stuff. Doesn't take my fancy at all, to be honest. Personal taste. Stop saying so I nearly said it again. but I've got to stop doing it. I can't stop doing it. Might be a sharpener. Put out 520 pencils. It might be them I'm thinking of, Kim. Yep. Oh, thank you, Mona. 2 boxes of 260 pencils. I would go crazy trying to put those in colour family order and swatching them. Yes. Yes, it's quite a few pencils. I mean, I've got a couple of sets there that I'd never renew. Stop saying the Deli, I wouldn't get it. They're all right, but I wouldn't get them again. I love my RTs that Kim sent me. They're good. I'd get them again. Love the Prismas, colour soft. I like the Pro Colour, but they're very expensive. Sorry, guys, I just keep saying it. It's just the way it is. Pablo's. I mean, not Pro Colour. Pablo's. Melody sent me. I love them, but they are mighty expensive. Lord, I couldn't believe it when she sent those. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Derwent. Polychromos, love them too. One day, probably never happen, but if I get to use them, those are the pencils that I will be sticking with. Prismas, Colour Soft, Derwent, Polychromo, love the Pablos. Just the more cheaper ones, I suppose. The Deli. I love the Art Teaser. So there's a few brands that I would definitely get again. But of course, my trolley over here is chockers. Oh, I hope I don't stuff this up, but hang on. Let's go for a bit of a... Yes, sorry it's upside down, but all my inks are down the bottom. Markers, all my pencils. Sorry it's upside down. So I stuck all my good ones are in there, and the cheapier ones are in there. So all these guys I'll probably replace, and all these ones over here. Oh, they're watercolour. Inktense I love. I haven't used them for ages either. There's just so many options. What does one do with oneself? Tasting art has changed dramatically from when I started. Most of my collection no longer appeals. Yeah, you can't. It does change. I have the Brute Square. I like them. Wouldn't have a clue what they are. I know the Brute. Yeah, no, I don't know what they're like. I have not tried them. Those are nice. Still love my polychromos and Pablos. Absolutely, Kim, agree there. I save for my Prismas, Polys, and Loomies. I haven't got Loomies. Wouldn't have a clue. Way out of my league. No. No, mega bucks. So I'd rather use and love these than spend money on numerous budget sets. Absolutely, Lulu. I agree. Absolutely. I agree with that totally. Oops. Oh well. Wing's going to have black on it anyway. Just a little bit of black in here under her finger for some shading. Oh, a bit of black in here too, I think. Just gently. Too dark, but like I said, the grey can bring it back a bit as well. So 50% French grey first. Yes, I'd rather spend a bit more and use good pencils now. Now that I've got to try them. So blending that out with the 20% French grey. Just lighten it off a bit. Now for the Deco Yellow, laughing out loud. So I've got a top to do and a wing, and I am not going off stream until I have done them. Shut up and colour. Looks like that KFC ad or shut up and take my money. Shut up and colour. And the cream. Like I said though, I might touch it up a little bit when I get off stream. Now I can just see a little bit where I'd like to get up to a leg a bit more there. I'd still like to do a bit more, maybe black. Then a bit of light umber. Now this up here, the lid is just a jar on the pumpkin. So under here, I'm going to do a bit more heavier deco yellow. And then I'll top it off with the 20% French grey. Just blend that in a little bit. Alright, now if I find anything wrong, I'll just fix it up off stream. And of course I upload my put my page on. I put my coloured pages on my Facebook page, Colouring Book Club, and on Instagram if you're on there. If not, I eventually upload them to completed colouring pages. Hi Laurie, thank you for being here. Squares are okay, set but still a white label. The square is better received than the rounds. Okay. Dinner is on. Belinda, okay, dinner is on. Have you moved to another country? It's still bricky. What you talking about? Enjoy, Belinda. So you got a slow cooker or something for dinner tonight? What you having? It's only 11 a.m. Mona. Had to put it in the slow. Oh, look at that. See, I answered my own. There you go. She's got the slow cooker happening. I wondered. I thought so. Because only brekkie. Heather, this is gorgeous. Thank you, Lulu. Oh my gosh, Belinda, sorry. Heather, she's got, thank you, Abby. Thank you, Guy. Yep. What, bad? No. You're not bad. Not at all. Alrighty. Top. Get rid of these. Try and remember what colours I use. Pencils everywhere as usual. So, pumpkin orange as well, I think. Maybe a bit of mineral orange too. See how we go. Alright, so we have mineral orange. I thought that was broken for a minute. Mineral orange 1033. Burnt ochre 943. Crimson red 924. and Scarlet Lake 923. So at this stage, they're the colours that I've chosen. Now, I was looking at this earlier before I started stream, and her top and the wing, and I think that's what that is. So I'm just going to do a light layer of the orange first. You can use pink under red too. It comes out pretty good. Gives it a bright, nice red. So just a few light layers of the orange. Pretty sure that's all her top. Don't know if I used the burnt ochre yet. It wasn't the burnt ochre that I was after, actually. It was the pumpkin orange. I picked the wrong pencil up, so we'll disregard that one. There it is. There's the pumpkin orange in case I need it. Now, this one is Scarlet Lake 923. I might just see what happens. Just a bit of yellow orange 1022 up here just to lighten it up a little bit. And then back to the Scarlet Lake 923. Just give it a bit of a lighter red. And then I'm going to use the Crimson Red 924, and I should sharpen that one as well. I'll go post my current whip. No worries, Elizabeth. Awesome. I love her stockings. Thanks, B. Thank you, Mona. Bye, guys. Lovely, Heather. Oh, bye, Sherry. Thank you for being here, darling. Have a good evening. Thank you. Hi, Laurie. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Everyone say hello to Laurie. Sometimes I see people and I think, oh, were they here earlier or have they just joined? I'm not sure. But anyway, always make them feel welcome. Now, I use those colours up the top because it's a bit lighter, but now I'm using straight out crimson red down here, so it's darker red. I could use it, maybe a bit of maybe black or even Tuscan red. I like Tuscan red too. Just a bit darker where her hair is, just for a bit of shadow. Or what I was really going to use is the dark brown. bit of shadow in there under her hair. Crimson red. Yep, that's the dark one. So get her top done, not much to go there. Just need that blue. It's not her hair, that's pants. So, a bit of crimson red for the top. Just put a bit of shape into that. Maybe a couple of bits just in between her hair. Oops. I might have to fix that up. Hang on. Slight boo-boo. Oh, now I'm just fixing up a bit of this. I put red in there and it's like, oh, hang on. That shouldn't be there. That's her hair, really. So a bit of Tuscan red. Just a bit of dark brown for shadow. A little bit up here too. Put that in a bit, tidy it up. I've got a bit of a glare happening here, so. But anyway, the basics are done. I can always tidy it up off stream. That'll do for a top. If I see anything wrong with it, like I am right now and can't leave it. So that'll do for her top. See, I don't. Right, that'll do for her top. Now, onto her wing. Where's my sky blue light? Hiding. There it is. Black. Some indigo. Here we go, all these different colours. Don't know if I use them all, but alright, I've got, well, I might just call them out as I go because I don't know whether I'll use them all. I'll start off with her claw up the top, or her wing claw. Alrighty, so 20% French grey. Thank you, Sherry. Agree, very cute. Colouring or watching, me too. Laurie, playing Animal Crossing. Never heard of it. Not me either. I was a NASCAR qualifying. I was watching the NASCAR qualifying for the championship. Okay, bit of a rev head, Kim. Now I can pick up my pencils. I did 184 shuffle art swatch yesterday. I keep a few mid-budget sets for when my teenage granddaughters visit. They will be here for Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. Yes. Can't let the kiddies have our Prismas and Coloursoft and all our good pencils. That's a no-go zone. Don't have that problem. I feel a bit, yeah, I mean, we're all protective of that. Most of us are protective of our pencils. Because, you see dollar signs breaking if they don't know how to use them properly. And we're all, I can't touch those. And poor Jan, when she come up here talking about the pencils, did I offer her to use them? No. Sorry, but no. And then when we went to Officeworks, you got a big long strip of paper. I said, have a play with them and make sure you like them first. Because they are expensive and don't want you to get them and not like them. So she had a little bit of a play, and I thought you should play a bit more than that. But anyway, that was up to her. So she bought them. And I think she likes them. I hope she likes them. If not, I'll have them. No. So I feel a bit weird because I didn't really ask her if she wanted to have a try on them, because she is heavy-handed and very, very, very basic colorist. Like kitty kind of colouring, without, sounding, I don't mean to sound awful or anything like that. But it's like, no, now she's got her own set, but when you learn to use them properly, and adjust your hand and get used to using, soft and blending out and doing, like a shadow, doing it harder and then lightening off as you come out and things like that. No, not using them. Sorry. Cost too much. They really do, and that's, not, most of us aren't made of money to be having them break on us like that all the time. I don't mean to sound awful. You know what I mean, guys, I hope. I mean that in the nicest way. This is like umber. Sorry, I didn't even tell you colours then for the claw. But this one's like umber. Posted it. All right, I'll have to have a look later. Didn't even get a notification. Now I can pick up my pencils. Yeah. Yes, I'm very protective of my pencils. Yes, Lulu. We are. I won't give them junk pencils. They've had good art supplies from the beginning. They got their Prismacolor sets at 10 years old. Oh, go, Kim. Oh, that's so nice. And I'm sure they've got a good teacher to show them how to use them properly too. So they appreciate using, good techniques and good pencils and things like that, and not take them to school. This year, the 140 RTs are professional markers in the case. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit of white. And, of course, you can use white underneath, and that'll make the colour that you do use a bit lighter. Just a bit of light powder sky blue in there, just for a bit of colour. Why not? Alrighty, now for a wing. I should do the other one because it's smaller. And I can do the big one online, but offline. But anyway, I'm going to put some sky blue light as the base. God, you got no idea how much I want to light up. I will not light up in this house. No. As tempting as it is. No. Yep, 2 hours. See, that's why. That's why I mentioned that. I knew it. I just looked up 2 hours and 5 seconds. Like, yep. Nicotine's calling. Now, I'm not too fussed about this initial layer. Any direction, pretty much. I need to write this down too so I don't forget for the other wing. Because I know I say when I get offline I'm going to do the other one. And then hours later, it's a sky blue light for starters. It'd be nice to stream outside when it's nice weather out on the back al fresco, but you can't. I need the Ethernet cable. It just doesn't work with Wi-Fi. Not happening. But I'm happy to get. It's been 2 hours and I've rambled on a little bit, but I'm mission accomplished. I'm getting it done. Just try and do the wing. Sort of quickly hook in a little bit because I know you guys will be all nicking off soon to have your dinner and family time and going out and whatever else it is. So I'll try and mosey along a bit. Indigo blue. I can smell that slow cooker kicking in. Oh, what you having? I'm not a big meat eater, but I ended up cooking a few weeks ago. I cooked a roast pork. I just felt like crackling. And I love the oven. It's awesome. And I love the induction too. It's quick. That water boils real quick. And I was always brought up around electricity, not gas. And I have used gas at various occasions, different, a couple of different houses. But the induction is good. I like it personally. And I love that oven. Cooked beautifully. The lady up the road said, I cooked 2 cakes and burnt both of them. I was like, how did you burn them? It's like, just put your fan forced on and put it on about 180 and she's a nana, so, and nanas can cook. But she's obviously needs to adjust to the oven. I have no problem with it. I've had fan force with my other oven. It's fan forced, but just allow a little bit cooler temperature than you would with a non-fan forced oven. So this is black, and I'm just putting in some lines. I'm just covering up the lines that are there. A few contours. Just build it up. Or even put another one here. Mustn't forget in there either. And down in there as well. Every set gets a case, so they can't get dropped, but nothing goes to school. No, not those pencils. When I got my first set of Prismacolors, the set of 24, I was scared to use them. I even asked for advice in some of my colouring groups on how to use them. Oh, they're awesome, Elizabeth. I'm sure you've made up for it now. Time to walk the dog. No worries, Kim. Give your dog nice gentle strokes and a big hug from me. I'm enjoying the company, Heather. No worries, Lila. That's good. Raen has great pages. Yes, she does. Raen's lovely. She is so sweet. Beef casserole, mashed spuds. Oh, yum. Oh, they make me hungry. I'm enjoying, so not going anywhere. Aha! Good on you, Laurie. Awesome. What would it be? We had shaken, baked chicken, mashed potatoes, and mixed veggies and tossed salad. Oh, yum. Making me hungry. I can't eat breakfast. I've got to be up for a few hours before I can eat. And even then, I don't. Yeah, bit naughty. Should eat breakfast. I had porridge the other day. I'd been up for a few hours. Like, oh, I'm getting hungry. So I had some porridge. All right, so that's just some black and just a tiny bit of indigo blue. And now I'm going to put in some 50% French grey, just lightly, just some colour in there. And I'll just build this up as I go. Sorry, it's upside down. I know we all quite often work like that. It's just easier without trying to smudge the page and everything. And at the right angle for the pencil to work. Getting closer. It's horrible when you try to colour over here. And then your hand's running all over it, so I try not to do that. And that's going to blend with her hair. So I'm going to put some blue in there eventually as well. A bluey black colour. So I'm not worried about streakiness at the moment. Oh, wings have veins and things in them too. Oh, and then I've got to do the background. That's right. I was getting excited. It's like getting towards the end. Got to deal with the background. It's not a paper for watercolor or anything like that. So maybe intense, distress inks or something. Just another blotchy background. A few different colours. I mentioned putting mushrooms, maybe a couple of ferns down the bottom. I could possibly do that. That's a couple more hours work, that is. I'm not writing the colours down either. Naughty deal. %, French grey. Hopefully I'll remember that. So, this is indigo. So I'm starting to build up some definition in her wing. Back to the back in black. Getting a bit rough, but try and get done. Yep, they're one of my go-to pencils I use. That was delicious. I had chicken strips with mac and cheese. That sounds good too. Yeah, I love mac and cheese. Oh, hot dog and grapes. Was the grapes with the hot dog or was it dessert? You're making me hungry. Oh, so sky blue light. I hope those people that moved in up the road are going to enjoy that dog. It's a pain in the butt. Oh, I could finish off my penne from Aldi. It's chicken and creamy and it's quite nice actually. I think it's got sun-dried tomatoes in it, a bit of spinach or something, just a little bit. Yeah, about $10. Pretty much $10, $9.99 or whatever. At Aldi in Australia, and get about 4 meals out of it, which is good. So I'm using sky blue light. At the moment, I'm going a little bit harder. I'll be careful. I'm pushing it a little bit. Getting other colours on top. Okay. Now, I haven't really thought about it a real lot. Just a bit more black. Very lightly though. So links are in the description below, and if you are in Raen's Facebook group, you'll get this free image to download and colour. While you're there, congratulate her on reaching 1,000 followers, likes, or whatever on her page. That's what this is for. If you're not, then join. I'm sure she'd be happy to have you on board and have your support. Raen is lovely. She is really sweet. Very genuine and nice, pleasant person. I haven't coloured one of Amanda's pictures for a long time either. She's got lovely artwork. Did a giveaway for her months and months ago. Just moving and selling, deciding to move and sell and everything really put a spanner in the works for quite a few months. So just building up colour here. But this is black, but very, very lightly. Certainly don't want a colour on her arm. And I'm leaving just a little bit of colour there from the black. So I can use the 50% French grey. What the hot dogs and grapes, especially the green grapes. Oh yeah, green grapes are my favourite. I had barbecue at my brother's. He had fireworks. It was fun. Oh yum. Oh, can't beat a good barbie. Hubby went to dart tournament and bought horn pulled pork dinner for both of us. No cooking tonight. That sounds like a bargain. Awesome. Oh, the dart tournament. I love darts. I used to play a dart comp. Love a good game of darts. Love a good game of darts. Alrighty. Now, sorry guys, I always do that. Now, I've got this colour building up. And I've got these up here, but I don't want it to be exactly the same. So I've got French grey here. I'm going to start to go over a bit harder now. And I'm honestly not sure whether to use indigo or black. I keep forgetting my coffee goes cold. I'm getting through 3/4 of a cup and then I don't drink anymore. Yep, enjoy. If you don't have to cook, it's a bonus. Now, I've got some indigo blue in there as well. So, I decided I'm just winging it here and pray for the best. So, black for the shadow, or the contours in the wings. Bit of 50% French grey. And some indigo. And I think I'll go with that. And then I might add in a bit more colour for highlights, I reckon. So I want that. Oops. Oh no, it's black. Quite dark. So I'm doing the final coat pretty much. So I built up that colour. Because I wasn't exactly sure which colours I wanted and which way I wanted to go about it. So I just played around with it and I quite don't mind the colours that have come through. And I'll end up adding a bit more light in there. A lighter colour as well. Maybe some sky blue light. Just in a couple of places. Not sure yet, to be honest. I want to get this right. Not that anyone's colouring along, but if you do, yeah, I might use a sky blue light and then go over with French, 50% French grey. Seems to just give it a bit of just highlights here and there. So it's a bit random. So basically it's black for the lines that are there, lightening off as I come out, bit of indigo blue, and then 50% French grey. A little bit of sky blue light for a bit of highlight there, just to blend it a little bit, just to play around. But I like that colour that's in here. I quite like, so I'm going with that. And I'm going to turn around and use the sky blue light up the top. Pick the right one. A little bit of indigo blue over the top of that sky blue light. Darken that up a little bit. Not too dark, just lightly with the 50% French grey up the top here. But you can always grab the white pencil and bring it back a bit if you do go too dark. I might even do that. Just grab the white. Just highlight at the top of her wing. And then go over with the 50% French grey over the top of the indigo. And hopefully it'll turn out. Sky blue light here. Black. Indigo. So the wing's got quite a bit of variety of colour in it. White here. And of course you can use the white and then use the indigo and it'll make the indigo a bit lighter. So you can play around with that as well. Just a bit of black underneath the claw. So hopefully that's turning out. No worries, Lulu. I'll have a refill, thank you. All right, French grey. Sorry guys, I'll keep turning the page, but it's a lot easier, as I said, you know, and a lot of us do. All right, sky blue light. I need to get right up to the edge of her skin there, her arm. They are quite light colours so far. together. Blue, black, blending it out a bit. Bit Indigo blue. Bit of sky blue light. So this really is random, guys. There's no specific like system to it. It's just random with the colours. Bit of French grey, 50% French grey. Making sure I get right up to her arm there. And I'm really digging these colours in now, just sealing it up and getting rid of any white that I can see there that I don't want. Don't really like the white showing through the paper, very rarely. Sky blue light. Hang on a sec. What is that cat up to? He's a little horror. What are you doing? Nothing. Wasn't me. Sometimes just gotta check on what he's doing. He's up to no good. I had a crash bang the other day. I was like, what the hell was that? That didn't sound good at all. And I went up there and all it was the waste paper basket. I've got a bottle of the Gamsol in there, and there's something else I've got in there, a small bottle of something, and he tipped it over. But I tell you what, it was an almighty crash. I thought, oh, don't tell me he's knocked the whole plastic, like the big litre tubs off. But no, it wasn't that bad, thank goodness. And it's like, gee, that was a loud bang for, what it was. But, oh, thank goodness it was nothing broken or smashed or... my bladder's calling on me again. You've got to be kidding me. Wow. Well, 2.5 hours. I'm determined to do this, so I will be back in a minute because, yeah, my bladder's calling. There's this one hardback book that I've been waiting to get. It's not a colouring book, but a book about the monster movies like Dracula, Frankenstein, the old ones. Finally got my hands on it. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, that sounds awesome. Book is called Universal Studios Monsters: A Legacy of Horror by Michael Mallory. Oh, that sounds like a real good book. My cup of tea, girl. What type do you like to watch? Oh, yes, please. That sounds cool, Elizabeth. Thanks, Laurie. I grew up watching the old 30, 40, 50, 60s monster movies. Absolutely. Yay! Me too. Back in a sec. Oh, I love those movies. I was planning on doing her wing a bit darker than this, but I don't mind it. Let me have a look, see what you think. Oh, it's black and white. Oh, photos. Some of my favourites are the original Dracula, the Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh yes, and the list goes on. I just watched a vampire movie, but modern. Oh, yep. Oh, there was a series out years ago. Boyfriend at the time, Jason, I watched it. We absolutely loved it, and it's called Kindred. And it only went for 12 episodes or something. I thought there was a bit more than that in it, but it wasn't. It was only 12 episodes. And oh god, I can't remember his name now. But the guy that was in it, he passed away. I was like, oh god, I loved the Kindred. It was good. I know there was a guy that rode a motorbike he called Sash, and it was his, I don't know if it's his sister or something. They had it for each other, and it's like, hang on, you can't because he's sort of mortal. He's not a vampire. And but yeah, geez, it was good, and it had like ones that could walk around in. Like he owned like nightclubs and restaurants, and he really had he had his finger on a lot of pies. He was rich, and they were good vampires. Like they didn't, they wanted to live coincide with humans. But then you had your bad ones as well. They had the ones that lived underground because they were monsters. You couldn't you'd freak if you saw them. Whereas he was looked human. Oh, geez, it was good. I loved the Kindred. And I ended up getting the DVDs. I was so happy. I was wrapped when I found them online one day, and it's like, oh my god. Love the classic movies. Those old movies I can watch over and over and over. Never get tired. No, me either. And speaking of old movies, that you watched a million times, The Sound of Music was on last night, so of course I watched it. I like some of the modern ones, like the new Godzilla versus Kong. I like the Meg. I watched the Meg a few nights ago, actually. Jason Statham. Thought it was Stratham. There's no R in it. Statham, whatever. Jason Statham. Yeah, he's pretty cool. So, yeah, but the Kindred was good. It's on DVD. I've got to get that. I love watching that. I have to watch again. And I'm hanging out for Christmas because I got myself season 10 from The Walking Dead. No spoiler alerts, thank you. Love the Sound of Music. Yeah. And now that I'm older, Christopher Plummer, he's pretty hot actually. Didn't think about it in the younger days, like, ooh. And now that I'm older, he's pretty hot. And I love the bit when the stuck-up cow goes back to Venice. He dumps her on the balcony, and then she turns to him and goes, well, I'll pack my bags. It's like, and the way she says it, it's like, he just dumped you, you stupid woman. But anyway, off you go, you stuck-up cow. Get in there, Julie Andrews. Go for it. He's all yours. Baroness, bye-bye. See you later. Yeah, and when they're over at the gazebo or whatever, and I love that bit. One of my favourite bits. Now that I'm older, it's getting mushy. Although I'm past that hormone stage, depending what mood you're in, and hormones still play a part in your life, get a bit teary. Where's B? Is she gone? She's quiet. Where are you, girl? She gone to check on her. What's her name? Or did she have to leave? Because I didn't see. I love the Sound of Music. Laurie said true. Girl, Sound of Music was 1965. Yep, you're dating yourself, girl. Yeah, I know. I'm 55. But I love the old stuff. My mum taught me well. Mate, I grew up watching that one, Sound of Music, Oklahoma. Hello, Dolly, just to name a few. All of them so good. Me, I'm only in my 40s, and thanks to my dad, I know those movies. Yep. Oh, you're there, B. Good. Because I didn't say goodbye. That like, but if you gotta go, you gotta go. But yeah, it's like I didn't say goodbye. Did she leave? So I'm just mushing in some sky blue light 1086. She's getting short. Yes, I should get my pencil extender. But I'm really mushing that into the paper. Mush, mush, mush. Get it in there. But the colours I'm using to recap is black, indigo blue, sky blue light. I haven't really used the white, but I might use it. I don't know. The sky, forget about the white for now. 50% French grey. So 4 pencils, which is amazing for me because I'm usually dragging more into it because I'm celebrating my 50th wedding anniversary. Oh, when, Mona? Oh, happy anniversary. My first Disney movie was Sleeping Beauty and the Sword in the Stone. Yeah, I remember watching Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, like the original Disney classic, 55 back in the day. No hands, playing with pencils, no hands. Did you hear that? Turned into a paw. Yes, someone's sitting on the table at the moment. And some people go, ooh, not on the table. Well, I'm telling you, I never ever had cats on my tables or benches or anything. And this little man here gets away with murder. He gets away with lots. And I mean, if I'm not home, I can't stop him getting up there. When I am home, if he's really he's up to no good, I'll just say no. And his head goes to the side and has a bit of a swing. It's like, was it me? I wasn't. But that's an Australian thing because of Comedy Company with Kylie Mole and Dolly. I wasn't. Was it? And she used to chew chewing gum and pull it out with a finger and wrap it around a finger, and it was a good show. Comedy Company was the best. And there it is. It talks about them. Oh, I didn't. Dolly did it. Cole. Cole come. Oh, it's a good show, guys. You guys in America, it was good. It was good Aussie humour. It was excellent. Comedy Company. Absolutely missed that show. It was excellent. But Cole, he was thick as a brick. Go to the psychologist, or he's going to get his license, I think, at one stage. And oh my God, that guy was tearing his hair out. Have you ever met someone so thick? Well, to be honest, I think I have, but it's just hilarious. But the old classic, like the Blob, and there's like I don't know what they're called. There's one like it's a lizard, but it's like a giant goanna, and they're at a barn dance or something. That's all I pretty much remember. And the lizard comes along and causes a bit of havoc. But it's like an overgrown goanna, or Komodo dragon or something. causing a bit of havoc. And all my books are in there. I have to get them out one day if I can remember. I've got a couple of books there with old movies in them. It came from the sea or something, and it's like a giant. It looks like a giant. We got witchetty grubs in Australia, but yeah, it's like a big giant grub, and they've got it in this like a big milk container kind of tank. I've got pictures of it, and that's the only way I can really show you. You think, oh, I remember that movie. And the guys go diving at one stage in there, like the old diving suits, the real heavy ones, and it kills them, but like it sucks all the inside, like they go all they shrivel up in the diving suit, and it came from the sea or something like that. I have to look it up. But love those movies, and all the Kong movies and Godzilla. I could talk about bloody movies all day. Can you hear him? He's cute. This is a longer stream. I haven't done a long stream. God, it's a stream for hours. Unbelievable. Now I try, what was I reading last night? Oh, about the intros. They should be about 10 seconds, no longer, because people's attention spans are getting shorter. I was like, yeah, well, I better cut my streams down to 2 hours in if people's attention spans are getting shorter. I thought it was funny. That's going to end up longer and longer and longer if I'm not careful. I'm not sure whether I should leave her wings this colour or I'm really pushing that sky blue light in there. You can use your finger to can blur it a bit, blend it in, and we'll see how that looks. And you can put in chat, I hate it, I don't like her wings. At this stage, there's a bit more colour in it in real life than it looks on screen. Bit dodgy. I need to fix that up down there. I don't need to sharpen that. Yeah, Conner funeral. I remember that show. I think the main guy was killed in a motorcycle accident. You're talking about the Kindred Elizabeth. Yeah, it was something like that. I can't think of his name. My DVDs are away. I never thought that would have happened all those years ago. I always thought we'd be old if we got there. But other than a bit of arthritis, it's not too bad. Yeah. That movie is one of my all-time favourites, The Meg. Starting to look iridescent. I actually bought the original Psycho and watched it for the first time. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's a good one too. All right, let's see. Hang on. This light makes it really hard, to be honest. See, I moved it before and now I'm going to. All right, let's brighten it up a bit. Hope that looks all right, guys. Got to do her other wing. Looks a bit funny. There's more colour. There seems to be more colour. Where are you, cursor? I don't want that pumpkin too. No. That's about natural colour, I think. It's hard to get it real. It's hard to get cameras the same colour on screen. Her hair looks lighter, and I quite like it on screen. It looks nice, mousy blonde sort of colour, whereas it's got a bit more tiny bit of red in front of me. But it's really hard to get those colours matching to realistically. But anyway, I think that'll do. I won't do a wing. The wings look darker in front of me than they actually are on screen. So, alrighty. I remember that show. I think the main guy was killed. Yep. These are on the Meg. God, there's thousands, millions of movies to choose from. It's hard. Starting to look iridescent. I actually bought the original site. Yep. Plus, I got the old monster movie Tarantula. Oh my God, Elizabeth. Oh wow. Yeah, and there's giant ants and piranha and oh God, I could talk about these movies all day. I love all that. Oh my God, I remember Tarantula. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh, thanks, B. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours, nearly 3 hours. Look out. So I've got her other wing to do. I could probably maybe that piping on her top, just put a bit of colour into that. What will I colour next week? I'm looking at maybe off stream because I usually like to do one on stream and one off stream, but I might do, I don't know, Symphony of Cute Animals, one off stream, one on stream. I'm not sure yet, but I need to finish her other wing. Maybe it'll take all day. Doing a bit down the bottom, finish off, like do some shading down around here. Maybe some distress inks, a couple of mushrooms and a couple of ferns or something. I'm not sure yet. And then I can get on with creating my new intro. Looks awesome. Thank you, B. Thank you for streaming, Heather. Take care, everyone. Bye. Later. Oh, I'm going to shoot him. He's Wesley, leave my DVDs on. No! You want to see what he's doing. Right, that's the packet. See what he does? He nicks off with stuff. That's the packet. It's got, I better get it off him. It's got the DVD cloth cleaner in it, CD cloth cleaner, and he's going to destroy it. Let's see him nick off with it, carry it around. Yeah, I'll give you. Leave it alone. It's so funny. It's so cute. Now I've got teeth marks in it. He is adorable. You never know what you're coming home to. But yep, you saw him. He was in action. He nicks off his stuff, bit of paper towel or something. He picks it up and he runs off with it. No worries, Laurie. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Kim. Any newcomers on board? Welcome. Hope to see you again. Oh God, the original. I wish they put the original Blob and all that on tally. I just watched the Blob. Thank you. Great. Took me great time. It looks great. Thank you, Laurie. Bye, B. Have a good lunch, darling. Yes, it's almost your lunchtime. Thank you for the stream, Heather. Loved it. Lovely to see everyone. Bye, guys. Take care. You too, Lulu. Yep, he's adorable. Yes, he is. /horror. I knew the movie you're talking about, and it's also one of my favourite old monster movies, the one with the Gila monster. Yes, you do know the one I'm talking about. Unbelievable. Yeah. All right, guys, take care of yourselves, and I shall talk to you soon. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye, guys.